We're about to take a look at Hunter Avallone's video. I guess he's reconsidering being a Christian again after all the disrespectful things he said about Christianity. He put out a video called "I Became a Christian Again?" ? How faith makes sense. You better not be using my Lord to distract people from you being a blue pill beta. Like, I swear, bro. I swear. Listen, because I'm telling you, you've said so many nasty things and use that term. You got other people using the term Sky Daddy. I hate that term. Super hate it. But let's check this out, fam. Let's see what this is about. I know it's about to be corny. Hunter Avallone.
You got a lot of conditioning to break.
You know, I'll be honest. I think I would almost be a Christian again if there wasn't that Old Testament stuff.
You know, I was a soy boy. It's real. And the irrational side of her said, I'm not attracted to that. I don't care how smart you think you are. But anyways, we continue here.
Dude, this is so one of my favorite things about being a public figure is when something personal happens with me in like my own personal life, people make up a story and then run with it. It's really crazy. I'm hearing
Hunter say that sounds straight up ridiculous, bro, because that is blatantly, and I mean blatantly, his style. That's what Hunter do, fam. Like, what? He make up stuff about people all day, every day. That's what he do.
brand new things right here. I just keep jumping from label to label. It's like a game of Wipeout at this point. I'm jumping from like conservative to centrist to lefty to sockdem to cuck to fascist now to Christian. So I'm all over the place, you know? I'm jumping on each little bouncy jumping thingy thing. All right.
Yeah, I don't like you treating Christianity like it's a trend. I don't like that. I don't know how I feel about that. No, I know how I feel. I don't like it. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I think it's corny, bro. I think it's super corny. Let me try not to be try not to be biased. Let me be unbiased and actually hear him out.
And I'm moving all over the place. I'm getting labeled all over this place. I'm getting labeled different things every day. I had no idea I was a cuck. Apparently I am. I had no idea that I was a fucking fascist. Apparently I am. And now apparently I'm like reverting back to Christianity, maybe. Let's actually break down what's really going on here with all of this. And the reason that people are speculating that I'm like reverting to Christianity, which is not true, but the reason that people are
so you are using the Lord to play with your play games, right? You use them to get clicks. Straight disgusting. Straight disgusting. I said he's going to be debating a Christian who actually knows his stuff just as good as my preacher does. This guy seriously knows the Bible almost perfectly. All right, we'll see. In this video,
speculating that I am softening up towards Christianity, at least, is because I recently made a post on Twitter talking about how some of my thoughts on religion, particularly faith, in regarding Christianity, it's like an internally consistent thing. You have a couple people that are saying like, haha, now his wife left him, so he's instantly going back to the conservative Christian grift, which is like, no, not true. But more of like, a lot of the times when I'm debating ideas, I'm being presented with a lot of ideas, right? And so that forces me in the attempt to buff up my response to do a lot of research. And sometimes in doing that, I actually end up realizing there is a way to at least rhetorically explain some of these concepts in ways that a lot of Christians fucking fail at doing. There's a couple different things here that I thought was really interesting. So as you guys know, I got the fedora in the background. Okay, I've kind of embraced the Tips Fedora meme. And one of my biggest critiques of Christianity for the longest time has been that it is so faith-based, because faith is not rational. Faith is a terrible metric for coming to truth. This is all true, by the way, still. And faith seemed like an unjust thing. Again, particularly because I found it to be unjust.
So now, I don't know, pause to agree. So now you changing your mind?
That God would have this reliance on faith. But it wasn't until more recently when I really started thinking about it, about how from a Christian perspective, internally,
Hit the like button,
God's
guys.
gift of salvation is supposed to be accessible to everybody. Every single person should have the ability to access God's gift.
Okay.
That's the Christian message, right?
Okay. Like I'm not seeing like the big issue, or if there is an issue at all. I'm not actually seeing it. So you're gonna have to actually give me more than that, fam. First of all, at the beginning you said, "Oh, I'm not a Christian." So what's up with this clickbait title?
But yet, not every human being is rational, but every single human being can have faith. And that's what really clicked for me, is when I realized, hold up, faith is a bad way to come to truth. We shouldn't use faith in any fucking context, really, other than the religious context, perhaps. That is maybe the only context by which faith can be justified. And that's because without faith, then...
Duh. Like, what's on this man's biscuit? Like, is he all right? Like, what's up? What's up with you? What's up, Mr. Obvious? Like, let's state the obvious.
And God's gift of salvation truly would not be accessible to everybody. Because then what if you have like a dumbass, like most of the people on Twitter? Well, none of these people are getting to God now. What if you can only get to God through philosophy? Well, I'm kind of dumb when it comes to the philosophy stuff. So I guess I'm screwed. Now God's gift isn't available.
Dude, you dumb when it comes to a lot of stuff, in my personal opinion. Philosophy, commentary, research.
Well, for me, because I'm bad with philosophy. Everybody can have faith. Anybody can have faith. And then what makes this even more significant, the whole faith component, is in the beginning, when Adam and Eve ate from the tree with the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil, the curse that they brought on humanity with that story, which is probably supposed to just be like an analogy. I don't believe in like biblical literacy or anything, but that curse, quote unquote, was literally our human knowledge right now that we have of good and evil. Before then, Adam and Eve were walking with God, and God was taking care of them, and they just had blind faith in God. And then this gets even more interesting when you realize that it is a psychological and scientific fact that human beings are the most happiest when they are living in the moment. And what better way to be living in the moment than if you have faith in some kind of a benevolent being that's taking care of you? So
I don't like the way he even says that. I don't even like the way he even says that at all. Just everything he presents is just in a smug way. Living and being. Does it make sense or does it not make sense to you? Honestly, it don't even matter if it makes sense to you, Hunter. Like, for real. It's just crazy that now your wife got blocked. If you know, you know. Your wife got blocked after that. Now you Mr. Maybe I should reconsider faith now. Maybe I should contemplate that. Maybe I should start getting back into the Bible. Now, maybe the Lord could have helped me. He could have. But you kept playing games with him. You kept just trying to say disgusting things about the Lord. Right now, you contemplating, huh?
So in a way, internally, it makes sense. If we were originally, meant to be having this faith in God and just trusting him, we weren't supposed to have all this knowledge of good and evil. We were supposed to just let God take care of that so we could live in the moment where humans are happiest. But now that we have the knowledge of good and evil, obviously we need to operate within the realm of reason. Rationality is incredibly important. It will be incredibly important now because that's the type of world that we operate in. So this doesn't mean we start shitting on intellect and start attacking everything and going on faith for everything.
You have none. Let's just put that out there. You have none. None. All right, let's be clear. None. Not a single like bit of it at all.
Fuck no. Like I said, I think faith is only justifiable in the context of religion. And then what's even more strange is when you look at Jesus's miracles, for example, a lot of those miracles specifically reinforce this very concept of this sort of blind faith. With even, I talked about it on Twitter, the fisherman story. The fishermen were not catching any fish. And Jesus says, yo, cast your net on the other side of the boat. So these are professional fishermen. They're experts. And that doesn't make sense rationally. And it doesn't even make sense intuitively. Why the hell would, like, if you're not catching fish on one side of my little rowboat, why would I be catching a bunch of fish on the other side of the rowboat? But that took faith and then it paid off. So I feel like it's really interesting how faith does make sense internally, at least from a religious standpoint. Within Christianity, I think that faith is internally consistent. So basically that was just like kind of what I tweeted. And I even said, I'm like, hey,
fam, it's about time you start putting some respect on Christianity's name. Now, what I'm gonna need to see all those videos. If you really about that life, this ain't no cancel culture stuff. But if you really about that life, address all your nasty, disgusting videos talking about Christianity in the most foul way possible. Address all that. Talk about it all. Talk about it all, fam. We needs it out here in these streets. Come on.
Yeah, this isn't like me becoming a Christian or anything. And I still have a fuck ton of problems with Christianity, particularly the Old Testament. There's a lot of stuff in there. So Vince Dow, I don't know if you guys remember this dude. He talked about me a little while back when me and Matt Walsh were beefing. And before he even posted his video about me, he preemptively tweeted.
You wasn't beefing with Matt Walsh. All right. You not even, nowhere near. You nowhere near.
That he would not be debating me because he doesn't speak soy. So before he even fucking attacked me,
funny.
Before he even said anything about me online, he preemptively tweeted, I'm not planning on debating Hunter Avallone because he's too much of a beta soy. You just preemptively ran from a debate with me. My God. And you have the gall to call me the soy boy? Okay. But anyway, he posted this video one day ago and it popped up. Is Hunter Avallone becoming Christian? Wild character arc. So I thought that would be really, really interesting.
Man, you don't have to debate anybody. You don't got to talk to nobody that you don't want to. I had enough of this. Hey, you running? Shut up. Shut up. If you ain't gonna do it in real life, shut your ass up. You want to debate me? Let's do face-to-face debates. I'm down. I'm down with the camera, all of that. I'm cool with it.
Because no, I've not become a Christian. I just have come to understand faith internally from a Christian perspective, I think on a deeper level. So let's see what Vince Dow's got to say about this. Take it away, buddy boy.
Is Hunter Avallone now apparently curious about Christianity? So check this out. You may know Hunter.
I've been curious about Christianity. That's why I've been debating it, but okay.
Hunter Avallone. We all make fun of him on a regular basis. We call him, soy boy, blah, 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 nerd, all this stuff. He's a very generic, liberal, debate me YouTuber.
Bruh, I was tuning in for some Christ-like love.
No, you ain't tuning in for the truth? You don't want to hear the truth going on? Okay.
Not to get thrown under the bus. Get behind me, you sickening brood of vipers.
But as you may know, he actually used to be a conservative. He is an icon of the old school 2016 anti-SJW stuff. He got married to this.
I think I'm still an icon though, buddy boy.
Woman. He's been a liberal for a few years now, been very annoying, been a menace on our side of the internet.
You know what? I like that actually, dude. Maybe that's my new label now. The Menace.
Are we indeed back? Well, let me read this for you. So as you know, Hunter Avallone very recently went through a divorce, separation, whatever. Very messy on that front. I believe she was like cheating on him and all this stuff. It was not good. Okay. Not good. Genuinely almost had to feel a little bit bad for the guy, but I don't know what's happening.
Almost, man, that Christ-like empathy nearly pulled at your heartstring, but not quite.
This is disgusting. Yo, fam, I really don't like the way he talks about Christ or the Lord. Like he's not to be played with like that, bro. The Lord not to be played with like that. I don't know why you so comfortable playing with the Lord like that, bro. This dude's crazy.
How many times do I have to say nobody got cheated on, okay? I swear to God, Tyrone was a friend. And so is Daquan.
Happening here, a little bit of a character arc. He now is
Daquan
considering Christianity. You know, we've seen this arc a million times, right? He's starting to become curious. And then we'll show you in a second, he's actually starting to call out very mildly his own side. So I'm not calling him red-pilled. I'm not saying we're so back yet.
I've been calling out my own side. When I was conservative, I would call out my own side. Granted, not very often. Now I'm liberal. I call out my own side all the time.
But you're starting to see.
So you are liberal. So you are a liberal beta. You're a liberal beta man. Oh, I don't want to assume.
A little bit of a character arc I would think is about to happen here, and we'll see where it goes. But Hunter Avallone tweeted this out today. He says,
"Wait, no, yo, Fanny, I said he reminds you of Chucky's father from the Rugrats, though. That's crazy. Calling him chat. My chat called him Chucky's father from the that's crazy. He is Chucky's father from the I truly believe it. Yeah.
I've been thinking a lot of the arguments made against Christians regarding faith, because as you may know, pretty sure Hunter Avallone, you know, total atheist, total secularist, right? And he says, I too have attacked Christianity for its
messed up my spelling. I know. I'm a subhuman for that one.
Damn, if somebody else messed up their spelling and Hunter Avallone was reviewing it and saw that, he would have lost his mind, bro. This guy can't even spell. He can't even spell. Fam, he'll lose his mind, bro. Fam, he would go crazy if somebody else misspells something. But nah, it's him. You gotta be, let's just move on. How mature? Okay. I misspelled it. Okay.
Science on faith, but I've actually started to come around on why faith makes sense, strictly and only in regards to religion. Long post coming up. So he says, in the beginning, God commanded Adam and Eve to not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. I never thought about that until recently, but he says, the knowledge of good and evil is our quest for knowledge, our literal knowledge of good and bad. Before then, Adam and Eve walked with God. They worked on faith and God guided them, and they essentially followed blindly. I don't know if I'd really say it like that, because they actually have the ability to walk with God. And so is that faith, or is that actually seeing it? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, that's besides the point. They operated on faith. It's a psychological fact that most humans are happiest when living in the moment. See, like I said, I don't think he's fully there yet, because I think having faith is basically the opposite of living in the moment, right? You're living for the future, you're living for the existential, for the eternal. But okay, like I said, he's starting to ask questions. That's the point.
Yeah, but if you're having faith in your day-to-day life because you think God is going to take care of shit or whatever, then you're obviously going to be able to more easily live in the moment as well. It's really funny, though. He keeps saying he's asking questions. He's curious. I'm like, I've been asking questions about Christianity. You just haven't liked it because I've been giving a lot of pushback, which I still have a lot of criticisms of Christianity.
Okay, like I said, he's starting to ask questions. That's the point here. But he goes on to say,
you just didn't like it. No. Nah, you talking a little bit differently now, I would say so.
Had we followed God instead of having our own knowledge of good and evil, we'd be naturally operating on faith. In other words, we'd be living in the moment because the worries about tomorrow are out of our hands. The way we were originally created to live was in the moment and be happy. I guess I understand what he's saying in that regard, but we'll continue here. Now, when it comes to salvation, I was really hung up on faith being the key to salvation. I found it really weird that rational thinking couldn't lead me to God. But then I realized if God's gift truly is for everyone, faith is the key. Not everyone is rational. If someone isn't rational, then God's gift wouldn't be accessible to them. Faith is something that all human beings are capable of. That is true. And what I will say furthermore is, Hunter Avallone, because he's a debate me, bro. He's a total like, hey, my study says, actually my study, man, let me Google my study, right? He's very obsessed with this concept.
I'm about to say, it ain't no damn my study. My study? Google. Google is his study. That's what it is. And mind you, he don't even read the whole article either. He ain't even gonna read the full thing. That is just gonna be, let's go to Google. Let's just what Google got to tell me. Read the whole article? Nah. Article, schmarticle.
concept of rationality, right? And rationality to a degree, I think, is important, right? You want to think through the things.
Again, it's actually my peer-reviewed study, okay?
That you believe. But the idea that any of us are 100% rational beings is nonsense. I would actually argue that human beings are actually inherently, in many ways, irrational, right? We are designed, I would argue, by God, but in many ways, to actually very often just trust our instincts and trust the things we see in front of us.
Yeah, but no, see, this is the problem. Now, when you say we were designed by God to trust our instincts, now you have a dumb fuck way to justify anytime you have an uncomfy feeling with like gay people saying it was God that made you feel that way. You see the problem with that, right? This is not the same thing.
Very often just trust our instincts and trust the things we see in front of us, right? Why are human beings afraid of the dark? Well, you could lay out, right? Hey, actually, it's because, the bad things, the predators are in the dark. I suppose.
No, there's literally a psychological reason why, because you can't see, so you don't know, and therefore humans are scared of the unknown, and then your brain tends to...
There could be a plethora of reasons why somebody is afraid of the dark. It could be a traumatic experience from their past, all types of stuff.
Conceptualize the worst of the worst when it has nothing but the unknown to operate on. Therefore, it causes fear. How is he unironically arguing now that because faith can be a good component in religion, that human beings should just rely on their intuition?
Sure, right? But we're born being scared of the dark. It's not something we need to...
The like button, guys. Hit the like button.
We need to understand nature, and we need to understand predators and biology to understand that. No, we're just born naturally that way, right?
No, actually, not really. There are some people that are definitely far less scared of the dark if they're raised in an environment where it's consistently more dark and they're not really socialized to have a fear of the dark.
It varies, bro. It could be a whole plethora of things that can make you afraid of the dark. It could be a plethora of things that make you not afraid of the dark. It's not just one case all, right? You know what I mean? It's not really like that, at least to my knowledge.
There are some people who are really scared of bugs. Me, I don't like bugs. I think I've bordered on probably having phobias before with like, especially.
That's funny that you don't like bugs. You out here looking like the main bug from A Bug's Life. Out here looking like the main bee from a bee movie. Out here looking like Earthworm Jim. Out here looking like Jimmy the Cricket. Out here looking like, that's enough. I could have kept going for like an hour. I ain't going front.
Actually, centipedes. Oh my fucking God, I hate those. But you know what? I wasn't always afraid of centipedes. Growing up, though, my mom was terrified of them. And so that conditioned me to also view these little harmless insects with a great deal of fear. It's lazy to be like, well, I just popped out of the womb, just naturally afraid of bugs. I guess that's how God made me. No. Not to mention, if you really want to take the approach of like God made us.
No, y'all didn't. That's he looked like SpongeBob with his jellyfish glasses on. That's crazy. That's crazy. Come on, fam. Come on. So he looked like Squidward at a recital. Come on, man. Come on. That's crazy. Y'all wildin', fam. Why y'all cooking him like that? Why y'all cooking him like that, fam? That's how he look like Quagmire? That's crazy. Come on, man. Why y'all frying him like that? That's how he look like Secret Squirrel? Come on, man. Why y'all cooking him like that? Why y'all being so mean?
Or so intricate and whatever, then wouldn't you be curious about the in-depth psychology behind some of these otherwise like seemingly intuitive things humans do?
And this has been one of my biggest criticisms of Hunter Avallone for a long time, because he goes and tries to find these pseudoscientific studies that say, actually, gender is a spectrum and all this
pseudoscience studies. Holy shit. Okay.
When obviously that's being manufactured to try to appeal to a sense of rationality, even though it is irrational. But furthermore,
wait, so you think that's being manufactured to appeal to a sense of rationality, but maybe like a fear of the dark? You don't think could ever be socialized or like quote unquote manufactured? You think that was just like a natural thing? You realize that just if studies come out and contradict your intuitive feelings
on Google. That's what the studies are, right? Go on Google and pull it up.
Doesn't mean that study's wrong, right? There's a lot of things that I have an intuitive feeling about that I recognize is just fucking wrong. And I recognize that there is actual evidence that defies it. Do you know that when I was deciding to like stop being transphobic and everything, I would still get a little bit of that like intuitive sort of like a little bit uncomfortable feeling sometimes just because like
excuse me? What the hell just happened? What did he just say? wait. What?
Hey, yo! Y'all ain't like it?
No, I didn't like it. I didn't like
Not as familiar with trans people and whatever. You know that like putting facts over feelings doesn't mean you just cease feeling or having intuitive feelings or thoughts. Like even if something like makes you feel a little uncomfortable at first or whatever, like for me, sometimes stuff might make me feel a little bit uncomfortable, but then I catch myself and I say, hold on, why? Why am I uncomfortable about this? Is there a good justification? If not, then I'm
here because you keep putting your dick in my mouth. Wait,
hey, yo! Hey, yo!
Not that there's anything wrong. It's not that there's anything. Live your best life. To live your best life.
That I feel uncomfortable by it. And you know what? Eventually I just stop feeling uncomfortable by it because there's no basis for it. That's what putting facts over feelings really looks like. It doesn't mean you stop feeling. It means that even in the face of contrary feelings, you put those facts first and you let that dictate how you are going to live your life in that regard, or your opinion on certain issues, whatever.
How do you need to know there's two genders? You don't need a study to do it. You just need to look at the world around you, right? And so that's kind of the point on rational.
What if you were born into the world around you at a time when there were like 3 genders recognized, or the type of gender expression,
excuse me,
or like what was considered masculine?
Huh? See, this is for educational purposes. Guys, it sounds like he talking a bunch of just made up imagination station. I don't know what he's speaking on scientifically. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what world is he referring to? What world would he ever be referring to? What time? I don't think the timeline wouldn't matter with that. I'm kind of confused. What was he talking about? What universe? New 52? New 52 universe?
And feminine was different at a time. He's blowing up his own point here. His whole like, we just need our intuition, that's how God really made us. And then he goes on to spiel off some of the most fucking dumb shit I've ever heard in my life.
Yo, Hunter is the only person to do like a mock voice to imitate somebody and sound exactly the same. Nothing was different in his fake voice and his real voice.
He's blowing up his own point here. His whole like, we just need our intuition, that's how God really made us. And then he goes on to spiel off some of the most fucking dumb shit I've ever heard in my life. You don't need to.
There was almost no change at all in anything we just heard.
Study, bro. Just look around. He's unironically one of those Christians who's like, you don't know that God is real? Just look at the trees, dude. Have you ever gone outside and looked up and seen those leafy green trees? Well, that's God right there, pal. God did it. Look around, bro. Holy shit. It's like the most forehead take right here. Just look around you. It is obvious, Herder.
Rationality. But now he started to kind of ask questions and realize, hey, well, this rationality I have worshipped for the past few years, it didn't stop my wife from leaving me. Hey, I know that's brutal, but it's true, right? It didn't stop my wife from leaving me. It's not stopped me from just being like a miserable person, which he visibly is.
What?
That's facts.
Yeah, guys, you know what? Fuck it. My rational debate, bro. I just couldn't debate my wife into staying with me, okay? We sat down and I said, listen, this is going to be the debate of my life, okay? I'm debating my wife on why you should stay with me and not cuck me for a giant...
Hunt, what? Please, you better not say what I... You better not say what I think you about to say, bro.
Piss orgy with 5 black guys, okay? Here's why. I laid out my points. I think I brought some solid arguments. And she was also engaged in several fallacies, I'll have you know. But still, somehow I lost that debate. Chris and Daquan seem to be doing great now, but...
Daquan got it going crazy. crazy. Daquan got a leg like that. He put his leg like that. Daquan got her leg like that. And Daquan got friends. Tyrell, Pookie, BX Beast Boy. Why not? Why not? I got a movie called The Earthquake. She gonna love it. Got another movie called The Tornado. Man, that's when I get up in. You know what? I'm not gonna tell you about the Titan tornado. I don't think we need details on the Titan tornado on YouTube. I don't think we need that. Oh yeah, Pookie gonna be in there. Pookie, Tyrone, all of that. We gonna be with his wife, hanging out. Man, she likes to have a good time. She said,
"Whatevs. I tried. Not even my rationale could save my fucking marriage."
And now he's starting to realize actually faith or something in that regard. He's starting to ask the questions, right? Is sort of fundamental also to the human existence here. Okay. And so I feel like
no, I'm not saying that rationality shouldn't be used or needed or disregarded or anything. I say the opposite in my post.
I don't speak for him, but I feel like that's kind of the internal monologue he's starting to have, right? And genuinely, I will connect the two. There is something to be said, right? I think he's thinking to himself, this whole personal situation I just went through in my life, my wife cheating on me, leaving me, all that stuff, being rational and facts and logic the whole time actually didn't save me.
There's a Jimbo, as in there, you're Jimbo too. Jody, Jeffro from Beverly Hillbillies. Jeffro gonna be there. Whole team. The whole squad. Clayton popping up. My man Eddie Winslow, he gonna be there. Same haircut from the 80s. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. My man from the 5 Heartbeats. Eddie Kane gonna be there. Steve Harvey and the Hot Tops. They gonna be there. It's gonna be a party, man. Jay Springer said he needs, and Steve is gonna be there too. He just gonna be watching. Jay said he wanna watch too as well. Montel Jordan gonna be there. Don Lemon wants to commentate. I said no, Don, he can't be here.
From that, right? Because I was a soy boy. It's real. And the irrational side of her said, I'm not attracted to that. I don't care how smart you think you are. But anyways, we continue here.
Dude, this is so one of my favorite things about being a public figure is when something personal happens with me in like my own personal life, people make up a story and then run with it. It's really crazy. I'm hearing brand new things right here. I had no idea that Vince Deo apparently had been hiding in my closet for the last year and a half, spying and eavesdropping on every conversation.
Hunter, there ain't no room. Ain't you already in there? Get out. You in there. Come out. Come on out. There's no room for him to hide there. You've already hidden there. Come out. Come on. Be you. Tell us the real reason why your wife tried to slide up in these DMs. She knew what it was. Hey, move right there. Two time. T-Pain with it. She already. I don't do that when I'm back there. I don't do it. Anyway, she slid in these DMs for a reason. She said, listen, I'm tired of messing with a chump. I need a hero and not a zero. I'm going to be a chooser so I can stop dealing with this loser. You hella corny. And she hit me up when she was, all right, let me stop. Hit that like button. My bad.
Conversation me and my wife was having, to the point that he actually has a better grasp on the situation and is able to concretely and confidently say, my wife left me because I wasn't rational enough. Or, I'm sorry, my rationale couldn't save my marriage. Yeah, I think this guy is just kind of jealous because he really wants to date me. I think that might be what's going on here. No, but seriously, people just
Hunter, yo, fam. Hunter, get out. I'm telling you, man, it's going to be easier for you to be yourself. You're going to be less hateful, less spiteful, less bitter. Come on, man. Like, we need you to, like, be a man for once. Or Tyrone and Pookie gonna be raising your children. You ever seen Baby Boy? Never seen Baby Boy, Melvin? Melvin gonna be in your crib, man. You gonna be watching the kids. Melvin gonna be with your chick. Melvin gonna be with your chick getting crazy. He gonna be frog hopping across the room, fam. Something that you could never dream of being able to do.
Just make up these stories like, you realized it couldn't save his marriage. My wife didn't leave me. I have DMs proving that. I've already shown those screenshots. So the fact that you're grasping to this, these rumors, and then further trying to weaponize the rumors to support your view of me, it's desperate. It's desperate as fuck.
That's the whole point. Finding God isn't supposed to make sense, rationally speaking. It's supposed to be a leap of faith because faith is the only way that God's gift can truly be accessible by everyone. I suppose. I get what he's saying here, but you know what I would say in response is, so you say everyone is capable of faith, but not everyone is capable in your eyes of rationality, which I would actually argue no one is capable of 100.
Well, clearly everybody's not capable of rationality. I mean, look at you. It's like listening to a fucking pigeon after downing 3 shots of vodka, trying to explain to me how to build a computer.
But
how would you know what the fuck that? How would you know? When's the last time you listened to pigeons? That's what you do? That's what you talk to birds when you drink? How the hell would you know what that sound like? Mother. Y'all, so he just be just saying ish. How the hell would he know what that sounds like?
Not everyone is capable in your eyes of rationality, which I would actually argue no one is capable of 100% rationality, but fine. So Hunter, why is it that
nobody needs to be, nobody can have 100% rationality. Yeah, fucking no shit. If we had 100% rationality, there would be no need for further rationality or pursuit of knowledge.
Hunter out here looking like Marcy from Married with Children.
We know this. That's why it's a consistent quest to consistently try to work towards being more and more rational.
Faith is something, in your words, that all humans are capable of, but rationality they are not. Perhaps it suggests that, you know, whether or not you believe we are created by God inherently, maybe humans are supposed to live by faith in many regards. Maybe this idea of total rationality is actually a lie. And it's a lie.
No, if you looked at my whole post, you'd see that I could buy that if that were the original intent that God had or something. But now that we have the knowledge of good and
man, F your post. What you talking about? You ain't no authority.
Evil? No, you can't just throw that out of the window and then just like cling to faith, because then you will end up being not just irrational, but harmful as well.
That in many ways, I would argue, has ruined your life on a personal level. But here we go. Even Jesus's miracles.
Wait, what ruined my life on a personal level? Go back. Sorry,
You ruined your life on a personal level. You cornball loser. That's why your wife didn't respect you. That's why your kids ain't never gonna respect you. You're a loser. Hold up. I had to stop this real quick just to let y'all know that I need you to hit the like button. Oh yeah. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe. Just check. Just check. YouTube be unsubscribing people or whatnot. Make sure that you sub and drop some comments. Put Fang in the comment sections. Let me know that you rock with me. Also, don't forget to check me out on Patreon. Helps me keep going. You never know, man. I might get canceled. You might come on here. I might be gone tomorrow. You never know. Check me out on Patreon to find exclusive content. You also get early access to a bunch of stuff as well. All right, back to the video with your anxious ass. What you know? Where you going to that you got to rush? Wait a video. Where are you going to?
I need to start taking notes because Dr. Vince, my therapist, Vince Dow here, is making a lot of good points. Very good insights.
Are supposed to live by faith in many regards. Maybe this idea of total rationality is actually a lie. And it's a lie that in many ways, I would argue, has ruined your life on a personal level. But here we go. Even
how would me being rational have ruined my life on a personal, like, what? Huh?
That's not what he was saying. But clearly, you just hear whatever you want to hear, Hunter. You blatantly hear whatever you want to hear. That's why your wife left you. That's why you always going to be a loser.
Jesus' miracles reinforce this. For example, when the fishermen couldn't catch anything, Jesus told them to cast their nets on the other side of the boat. This completely defies rational thinking and even what feels intuitively correct. Plus, these were professional fishermen. So Jesus commanded the experts to defy the rational and instead rely on faith. I mean, that's an interesting argument. I don't know if it's the first one I'd use, but I see what he's saying. This is my argument thus far to establish how and why faith actually makes sense in regards to Christianity. Now that knowledge, now this is the cringe part. He says, now that knowledge of good and
let's hear what he's going to say now. Here comes the cringe part, aka the part where I kind of demolish his whole narrative here.
Evil.
The part where you demolish his whole. You ain't never demolished nothing. Like you don't gotta demolish in you. Like you don't demolish a damn thing.
Exists. Faith isn't a good metric for truth. We have no choice but to rely on our knowledge now to improve the world, etc. Faith should only be used in the context of religion. To which I say to that, I mean, we already addressed that point earlier, so I'm not going to get too much into it. But you know, the idea is still, and this is the problem still with his liberal worldview. He thinks that we now have liberated ourselves from the need for things like.
I don't think we've liberated ourselves from that. I recognize that even if we're going to say the original intent God had was for us to be living by faith, now that we have that knowledge of good and evil, we have to operate within that, because that's the only way now that we can go further or forward with making decisions and making the world move, yes, towards a better direction.
But when did you ever do that though? All right, where is this coming from? Your wife leave you and now you holy, man? Like when are you doing it? In this very moment, you're being extremely disrespectful to this man. So when do you ever abide by this? That's crazy, bro. This dude is a straight loser. Yeah, he lives in his own mind. He just makes things up.
Now that we have that fallen
world. He's like Joe from You.
Now that we've progressed and advanced, we no longer need these constraints as human beings. That's why we're liberals, right? We can liberate ourselves in this regard. And that's where I do disagree with Hunter, because I say to that, yes, you are right. We have changed as human beings, right? Things have changed certainly on this earth, but fundamentally, I still think that human beings are human beings. You know, we haven't evolved, right? We're still the same on the inside. Technology can change, societal size and complexity can change, but fundamentally, we still need faith as human beings. We can't just say we've moved past it because we have not changed as human beings.
Faith in what though? So like, what would you say you have faith in now outside of religion? If you say, I have faith that God exists, I can't say, well, here's evidence that says you're wrong, because there's no evidence that can necessarily prove God exists or doesn't exist. It's an unfalsifiable claim. Therefore, faith in regards to a deity or an entity like this in the metaphysical realm would be, again, necessary. Where would you use faith in a different context? What would you do then? You know, I really have faith that climate change is fake. Okay, I'm going to just believe.
So you've never heard of someone having faith in someone? What are you talking about? This guy sounds crazy. I have faith in my supporters that they're going to, do the right things and work hard and grind. You know what I mean? I have faith in myself. What is he talking about? No, like this guy is bugging. Yeah, he said, I don't even want to address that. I don't even want to address that, fam. I think that maybe if he was treating the Lord right, then maybe his wife wouldn't have left him.
Leave it. Like when you have evidence, you can't just have faith then. But there is no evidence that can prove or disprove the existence of God necessarily. And so if that's the case, faith, yes, is still necessary in that regard. But it's not necessary in every fucking regard. I'm also clipping this picture for the thumbnail. And then he says we haven't evolved. I don't know. I mean, some of us have devolved, Vince.
Or in my opinion, has the greater reality of God obviously changed. So, there's still cringe parts of what he said, but it's interesting to see him, right? Starting to ask questions, starting to be a little bit more open to some of these discussions. So he goes on to conclude here, there's still a lot of beep about Christianity that I'm hung up on. This post isn't me coming out as Christian. Rather, it's just my thoughts on faith being internally consistent in Christianity. Well, obviously, Hunter, it is a process. You got a lot of conditioning to break.
I'll be honest. I think I would almost be a Christian again if there wasn't that Old Testament stuff.
Yo, it took me everything not to say what I wanted to say. Know what? Hey, if you find the Lord, man, that's a good thing. That's a positive. I was gonna say something. If you find the Lord, man, like an eyelash got stuck in my. If you find the Lord, good for you.
Because I think that there are really interesting and liberal ways that you can interpret the Bible, which I know this guy would still have a mad problem with, but whatever. It's the Old Testament stuff that is like the thing I cannot get over. I cannot get past God endorsing slavery, or God taking away Pharaoh's free will, or God seemingly defying his own moral standards. That kind of shit, I cannot.
I say y'all could explain that to him. Chat, he ain't gonna want to listen to y'all. He ain't gonna want to listen to y'all. He ain't gonna want to listen to nobody, fam. That's what he do. He don't want to listen to nobody. This dude is a cornball like that. Because I don't think he's actually talking for the betterment of anybody. He's not trying to learn something. Nah. He just wants to just manipulate people and get this coin. He wants to grift. He doesn't actually care to learn or gain knowledge.
I cannot get past.
Break. You got a long ways to go. But, maybe it's time to come home, Hunter. It's time to come home. Let's be real, okay?
Any place where you are is far, far away from home, Vince.
Whatever you want to say. I know for a fact deep down, because I could see it in your physiognomy there versus now. I could see it in your behavior. You were happier when you were a conservative. Don't deny it, okay? Because what's happened since? What's happened?
You know what's so funny? Okay, guys, hold on. So first of all, let us once again.
Let's see. He bought the sad fish. I got a feeling. Do I got a sad fish and alert button? No, I got to add that joint. I got to make sure I get a sad fish and alert. Do I got the sad fish and alert button? I swear, man. I made it. I just might have to re-upload it. But, man, we about to see some sad fishing if there ever was. If sad fishing ever was a thing, we about to see it in some way, shape, or form. This man is about to come out and sad fish to some degree. To some degree. You know what? We ain't got sad fishing. Let's do a Karen alert though. Can we do a Karen alert? Yeah, there you go. Let's do a Karen alert.
Oh my! It's Karen. She coming. Get your stuff. Get your stuff.
That was funny.
Slow clap here for Dr. Vince. He now was able to look at my, what did he say? Physiognomy. I know the word, but I don't remember how to say it now. Physiognomy is a person's facial features are expressed, and especially when regarded as indicative of character or ethnic origin. Is it disproven? Do you remember earlier he made fun of me for quoting pseudoscience? He said that I was quoting pseudoscience studies. Physiognomy, the theory he just invoked to try to conclude that I'm now more miserable and depressed as a liberal, was discredited by the end of the 1600s. The 1600s, my friends. I'm the one.
The last time you got a haircut. All right, man. My bad. He makes it so easy. He makes it so easy to roast him, fam. I'm just saying.
Clear your throat. Lubricate. And read that bitch.
One using pseudoscience. Bro here just invokes a fucking theory that was debunked by the end of the 1600s. Okay. Well, you click to your 100-year-old debunked bullshit theories, okay? And I'll stay over here with my rationale. We'll see who progresses quicker now, motherfucker.
I could see it in your behavior. You were happier when you were a conservative. Don't deny it, okay? Because what's happened since?
And again, this is just false. Like, it's just his word versus mine because he's just making stuff up and pretending like he's like my best friend and somehow knows this shit. That is not true. When I was conservative, I was lonely. I was depressed. I was anxious as fuck. I wasn't on any meds. And a big part of my political views were motivated.
I ain't call it. Did I not tell you he's about to come? I was sad. My heart hurt. Wah. I'm the baby. That's I told you. I read him like a book. There's a reason why he's afraid to ever speak to me again. I'm in his brain. I'm in his wife's brain too. I'm in her brain. She's like, Beast Boy. She ain't never seen Real Men. Anyway.
Primarily by fear and discomfort. I recognized that I was not all the way rational. And that would bother me at times. So no, this notion that like, you were just happier back then. No, I'm not. I'm older now. Maybe I'm a little more tired sometimes now. That's fair. I stream longer now. You see me for longer periods of time as opposed to just a 12-minute scripted video.
You cry longer. Right? You do less amount of work. You're more trash. Your kids respect you less. You're even more of a blue pill beta. Even more of a cock.
That I also would edit. So I feel like maybe you're seeing more of me now. Maybe that's what it is. But no, I genuinely was not a happier person as a conservative by any stretch of the measure. In fact, that time in my life was some of the saddest, loneliest, and depressing times in my life. Not to mention, I was also dealing with crushing OCD at the time as well.
Fam, this man, he gonna just have him. You just gonna I got it. Stop crying, bro. Be a man for once. Be a man for once. This is why your wife left you. Be a man. Be a man. Come on, bro. You ain't never had the man up in your life. Nigga, where's your father? You asked me where my father. Where's your father? Who coddled you instead of showing you how to be an adult? You talking about some, I was miserable. Nigga, you still miserable. You still horrible out here. You can't be doing good. Now your wife, she might be happy. She finally free. She And she went down the street running, singing, finally it's happened to me right in front of my face. She went singing some kind of song. Happy, joyful noise. Looking like Sister Act Part 2 up in there. Oh, happy day. Hitting that exact note, that exact frequency at that tone too. Oh, happy. That's how his wife singing now that he out her life. The kids is happy too. They happy too, man. They could get an actual role model in their life. They could choose from Tyrone, Darrell, Quay Quay. Gotta have Quay Quay. You know Quay Quay gotta be there. May May. Gotta have a Quay Quay and a May May. You can't have one without the other. And just to make it even, you gotta have a Day Day. Y'all think I'm joking. I just described literally like every block in the Bronx. I'm from the Bronx.
So this is just bullshit. But then again, don't listen to a word I say. Clearly here, Mr. Vince knows more about what's going on in my own head because he can look at my facial features based on a theory that was debunked in the 1600s.
What's happened since you left the right? All that happened is you unironically got cocked, right? Your wife cheated on you and all this stuff. Terrible.
No,
feel bad.
Nope. Didn't happen. But try again, I guess. Man, could God grant you with the gift of sometimes telling the truth?
For you, in all honesty. But that
didn't happen. Why you lying? I need to get the why you lying meme. Put that in my playlist so I can just put that up. Why you lying? Why you always not? Yo, fam, that's my joint. I ain't gonna that's my joint. I used to love that meme. But fam, why you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my gosh. Stop effing lying. Why? We know it's public. It's public information. We all know. Why are you lying to everybody?
Is the end consequence of a liberal life. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, okay? You can do, hey, man, my scientists say that there's more than two genders, all blah, blah. You can do all that. You can do that.
Exactly. Hey, honey, did you know that there's a scientific study that actually said that there might be more than two genders? That's great, honey. I'm going to go fuck Tyrone now. And he's peeing in my asshole as you speak. Exactly how it happened. Real reenactment of the chain of events.
Song and dance. By the end of the day, what he is starting to realize, and many people.
Wait a second. Hold up. Hold up. I was not prepared.
Come on, son.
Fan, did you just happen to tell us what's going on with you without even telling us what's going on with you? That's crazy. You different.
For realizing is that, hey, all this obsession with worshiping the experts, worshiping liberalism, it's only a dead end. Even if I think I want these debates, hey, debate me, bro. Deep down inside, the liberal mind is miserable as it should be. Bro. It's in denial of truth. It's in denial of the natural state of human existence. And we understand this to be the case, right? And so I would say, if I were to describe, that's basically what's going on here with Hunter Avallone. It's a very interesting character development, to say the least. We'll see what happens. But to show you more of some recent developments. So what
the fuck? He seems really obsessed with me, actually. The fact that he was saying to you that, like, the liberal mind is a miserable mind. I do think it's true that liberal people probably tend to be a little bit more unhappy. And that's because liberal people are way more aware of what's going on and inequalities and whatnot. Whereas conservatives kind of got...
Oh, this man's crazy. Nah, it's because you be making stuff up. It's because if you were happy, you wouldn't be happy. You know what I mean? What? I got no reason to yell and scream. That's what the liberal. That's the liberal mind. They just like, we need to be angry. Remember when that dude was running for president like 20 years ago? He was like, and then we're going to Michigan. Then we're going to New York. Then we're going to Mississippi. That's what the liberal does now, right? We need to just be angry. First, we gonna be mad at Dave Chappelle. Then we gonna be mad at Joe Rogan. And then BX Beast Boy. That's how they do things.
Got that blissful ignorance down.
To show you more of some recent developments. So he also has come out recently and criticized some aspects of the Pride movement. Now, he went out earlier today and said, or yesterday, today, somewhere, he said that, I can't believe responsibility politics is don't whip your blank out in front of family. So he went out there and said, this is the original tweet, actually. He said, why do people who include nudity and overt displays of kink at pride parades? The pride parade, right, should be a family-friendly event, so even gay kids can feel accepted. Okay, cringe ending, obviously. But he says, accepting gay people can be easily done without flashing your blank out in front of kids. And then one of his fans...
Ain't no family-friendly about that whatsoever, but as well, they wildin'. I've seen a lot of videos twerking and all the gyrating, a lot of stuff happening, and children just right there. And I'm like, what are y'all doing? This is crazy.
Replies to him and says, why are you capitulating to fascists? Okay, so all he's going out there and saying is the very basic, not even revolutionary take, hey, maybe these people shouldn't put their genitals out in pride marches. And this person says, capitulate.
Yeah, it's on a faster speed.
To fascists over their ridiculous fear-mongering will not stem the flood of violence they're directing our way. Stop with the respectability politics. And Hunter Avallone's like, standing against clearly inappropriate behavior isn't capitulating to fascists. Your sick defense of this BS only emboldens their fascistic narrative. So, obviously, right? Oh, wow, Vince, Hunter Avallone just went out there and criticized kink at a pride march. Wow, so revolutionary.
Vaz gonna get mad. Vaz gonna be mad, boy. Vaz gonna be... Yo, boy. Oh man, Vosh gonna be disappointed in you, pimp.
Right? He's so based and red pilled for saying that naked people shouldn't be out in front of children. I get it. Okay, I'm not saying that Hunter Avallone is red pilled. All I'm saying is that it's very interesting. The past 24 hours, he went out and said something that, even as basic as it is, as uninspiring as it is, of course it's true. I'm not going to give him a pat on the back for it. But the fact that he knowingly went out there and counter-signaled his own liberal fans, knowing that people would get mad at him for it, that does tell you something. I don't know what it tells you. Something.
What about when I did the same thing with my conservative fans? It's funny. It shows his transparency here also, because part of me is somewhat flattered whenever I hear somebody give me props who generally doesn't like me, because I know they're way more likely to be being honest and sincere. But on the flip side, I'm like, bruh, what happened when I did the exact same thing with my conservative audience?
I wouldn't give you credit for either, to be honest. You're a grifter then, you're a grifter now. You always gonna be a grifter. You're also always gonna be a beta, and your wife ain't never gonna respect you. That's why she made the best decision she could ever do and just leave. Just leave. I've been telling her forever, listen, girl. You know you better than this. She like, you think I'm good enough for you? I was like, I didn't say all that. Okay, now you gonna get hung up on. I'm gonna let you talk to Tone. She's like, you got a friend named Tone? I was like, yeah, I got a friend named Tone. Dow Tone. Hung up on him. Never talked to her again. And she ended up getting the 99-cent store version of me. Little nasty little nasty cornball. That dude look. You know what? We ain't gonna go crazy. We gonna go crazy. Harvard, all right? Harvard. Sitting over there looking like Jason when you take the mask off and whatnot. Over there. That's what she went in here. She went and got that. Like, damn, that's a downgrade. That's not even C ranked. You got the Z ranked version. Right? You ever go and get a fake ass costume from one of the costumes? You're like, this don't look nothing like the picture. What is this? That's what she went and got.
When I started fighting against them, you called me a grifter, sellout, degenerate, soy boy. I got cocked, wife left me, miserable liberal, etc. But the minute I'm like fighting with some of my own fans, now I'm like, whoa, turns out that Hunter is actually kind of consistent. Turns out Hunter doesn't actually base his entire political stances on just, I am against the other side, and seems to have some sort of consistent principles.
No, you don't.
Oh my God. I'm only a grifter when I contradict what he believes. If I go against liberal.
You're a grifter at all time. What are you talking about? You grifting right now. You king griff. Hit the like button, guys.
Ideals, then I'm having a cool character arc.
Something. And then here he is asking just asking questions, right, about Christianity. It's
asking questions, Pepe.
Very interesting to see. Okay, so comment your thoughts. Are we going to see a gradual Hunter Avallone arc back? Okay. And like I said, I do certainly myself tie it to events in his personal life. I think that's what's sort of happening here, right? He's realizing that liberalism is a black hole. Maybe he doesn't realize it intuitively yet, but deep down, that's what his soul is saying, right? Yep. His soul is screaming out for purpose and meaning because his world's been destroyed. Yeah. His marriage has been destroyed. And I don't know. We'll have to see
my marriage, my world. As you can see, things are just crashing down around me here.
It is, man. It is, man. You lost it. You lost it all. And then, Carissa gave it all away. She gave it all. Carissa gives it all. Right? That's what explain how give.
I've been up all night crying my eyes out, just begging God on high to give me mercy. I feel like Job. Please, God, stop putting me through your trials and tribulations.
Happens, okay?
All right, that was the last time I let him talk about my Lord like that without playing the nasty song.
Yeah. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know your name.
Filthy, straight filthy.
Because his world's been destroyed. His marriage has been destroyed.
Oh, yeah. And so now he knows what's in my head. He knows how my whole marriage went down. And now he even knows my fucking soul. At first, I was thinking maybe he's in my walls. Now I'm thinking, is he just like inside of me?
Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Hey, what?
Hey, yo. Oh. Y'all ain't like it?
Sir. Sir, chill out. Relax. Calm down.
Oh, yeah. And so now he knows what's in my head. He knows how my whole marriage went down. And now he even knows my fucking soul. At first, I was thinking maybe he's in my walls. Now I'm thinking, is he just like inside of me? Am I having like a schizophrenic break from reality? And this is actually like my doppelganger twin who my mind has conceptualized or something? How?
Somebody clipped that. Somebody clip him saying that he wanted somebody inside of him. Listen, not that. Look, do your thing. Listen, I don't kink shame over here. That's not me, right? Speak freely, whatever you want to speak on. But dang, I knew. I said this in the beginning. You don't got room in your closet, Hunter. You don't got room in your closet. You might need to just let someone, just tell someone the truth. Let someone in on your secret. Let someone in on your secret. I'm mad I got distracted. Y'all put it in the chat. Chat is crazy. Y'all put, oh my goodness. Like Amazing Lucas. Oh no. Y'all want to check some Amazing Lucas out after this?
How does this guy have so much knowledge of my own personal life, my mind, and even now my soul? Whew. Man, God must have granted you with such immense wisdom. Thank you, Solomon. Oh, I have like a schizophrenic break from reality, and this is actually like my doppelganger twin who my mind has conceptualized or something. How does this guy have so much knowledge of my own personal life, my mind, and even now my soul? Whew. Man, God must have granted you with such immense wisdom. Thank you, Solomon, for your insights.
I was trying to get the one part. What is it?
Oh my God. Then I'm having a cool character asking questions, Pepe.
Back, okay? Here, whatever, yeah. But
I want to get this one part.
Crashing down around me here to give me mercy. I feel
happens, okay?
In my schizophrenic break from reality, and this is actually like my doppelganger twin who my mind.
Yeah, I missed it.
I was thinking maybe he's in my walls.
Okay, right here. This is crazy. He actually said this.
Went down, and now he even knows my fucking soul. At first, I was thinking maybe he's in my walls. Now I'm thinking, is he just like inside of me? Am I having like a schizophrenic break from reality? And this is actually like my doppelganger twin who my mind has.
Listen, he's not in your walls, Hunter, but somebody definitely in your wife walls. Her walls are getting exploited. Indiana Jones style. The hell's going? Why is there so many people in here? How you doing, brother? How long you been in here? 5 weeks? That's crazy. 5 years? Oh, you giving out flashlights? Great. What else is in here? Martin Luther King. Now imagine that. That's when you've been hot. Tupac. Tupac is in here? How Tupac in here? Give me another flashlight. Who else we can find in here? Tupac is in here.
Conceptualized or something. Okay. How does this guy have so much knowledge of my own personal life, my mind, and even now my soul? Whew. Man, God must have granted you with such immense wisdom. Thank you, Solomon, for your insights.
And I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. Okay. We're praying for you, Hunter. It's time to come home. It's time to come home where you've always belonged and stop being, okay. Stop being miserable. Come back. Okay. Let's recreate 2016. That would be such a victory. Having Hunter Avallone back on the internet, it truly would. So we'll see where this all leads.
Oh, so you only hate me until I'm useful for you.
I don't know who this guy is, but he fanboying hard as hell. We don't need Hunter. You can keep him.
Let's see what the comments say. He sells massive criticism, but says faith is internally consistent with Christianity. Understanding theology does not equate to believing it. His wife leaving him to be gangbanged by big black guys and pissed on probably made him rethink liberalism. Dude, it's exactly what happened. As soon as I walked in.
He was like, I gotta contemplate life. He was like, yo, something ain't right. I just can't be doing this no more. I should have listened to BX Beast. BX Beast Boy told me what was going to happen. And I thought he was joking because he's a comedian and he's hilarious. If you haven't seen him, you should probably check out his channel. But I should have listened to BX Beast. But that's what he was saying.
And I thought that I saw a friend of mine peeing in a urinal, but then I saw it was actually my wife sitting there, not a urinal. I instantly got down on my knees and began repenting and denounced all liberalism. He sounds like someone faking being.
Why did you get on your? Why would you, when you see someone doing that, why would you get on your knee? Why would getting on your knees be the first? I almost played the nasty song again. Why would getting on your knees be the first thing you want to do?
Born again? No, I absolutely see through his grift.
Wow.
Nothing this guy does is genuine. Hunter is just a soulless, psychopathic monster. Hunter Avallone is a grifter cuck who betrayed his conservative friends and became a Vosh simp. It's fitting that literal Tyrone cucked him. Oh, wait, I guess people believed the Tyrone meme? So this further demonstrates.
That's facts. Kingston, Tyrone, whatever.
By the way, so like this guy obviously has a lot of bias against me. So everything that happens in my personal life, he uses his confirmation bias to further.
The chat is crazy. My chat is amazing, man. You need to come and watch me live, right? On my main channel, BX Beast Boy. But yeah, while y'all say he was sitting there wondering on his knees, how come I can't get in on the action? No more for me? We got water. You guys need some lemonade? Need some lemonade? We need to refill the tank. This is getting crazy.
Confirm his bias against me. It's that simple. People have the exact same thing here as well.
No more
I'm memeing about Tyrone cucking me.
Really?
Does anybody here genuinely think I'm sitting here crying my eyes out because Tyrone like took my wife from me?
Yes.
Like seriously? It's a meme.
Absolutely.
But even these chuckle fucks are so fucking biased against me. They're willing to just believe an obvious meme because the confirmation bias, man, it's too sweet. He's grifting again. He's a weak man. I'm willing to like change my positions on stuff. That's what makes me unique, I feel like. And yet I get so much shit for it. Well, there you guys have it. That is my take thus far on faith.
Because you stand on nothing, and there you have it. Hunter is a cornball loser that I never respect, man. Never gonna respect them. Straight loser. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section. Hit the like button. Watch more videos. Want to watch me live? Go to my main channel, BX Beast Boy. You know, you can sign up for Patreon or you can sign up for memberships if you're able to, man. I would appreciate it. If not, don't worry about it. Just watch more videos, watch more content. And if you can, if you would be obliged, check out my music, like my music, not my music channel for when I do reactions, but my actual music where I rap and sing. You can check that out. The link should be in the description somewhere down below.